Hello guys, my name is Wale Farham and you're watching Tech Roundup, your weekly opinion, views and analysis of the top tech events happening around the world with a focus on Nigeria. Our guest this week is Tayo Oviosu, the founder and CEO of Paga. We'll be discussing with us the recent crypto crash and he has some projections for the future. Please stay tuned for Tech Roundup Weekly.
Look, I think I have a few thoughts on crypto. First of all, one is that, I think all payments are going digital, right? And I think that governments, including the Nigerian government, need to start thinking about the digital currency, right? The digital naira. There's early conversations at the central bank on this, so that's good. I think for those people who are already like me, who are long crypto, already in crypto, I would say hang in there. I think the prices will come back. And I think about it right now as an asset, right? That as an investment asset. But it's also, where we're heading in terms of digital transactions, So, we currently, actually today, we announced with Visa, our Business Connect and Grow platform that we're launching for small, medium businesses to enable them collect payments, manage their inventory, manage everything they're doing, digitally. And, and that's to move people from cash to digital, right? And ultimately to crypto, right? Like ultimately that's where it's going, right? And that's the path, and crypto has to be accepted in all of this. It's alternative ways of making payments. So I'm certainly excited about it. I hope the Nigerian central bank changes their mind around financial institutions dealing with crypto companies, and that we are able to really bring it into just like PayPal now. I have crypto in PayPal. I should be able to have crypto in Paga, right? I should be able to use, our equivalent of Coinbase is Bundle and Bitcoins and Patricia. I should be able to use any of those products, right? So I should be able to use any of these products in market comfortably and in and out with the financial system. So I certainly hope that the government changes their mind around this and allows it to start going in Nigeria. But I think generally speaking, the prices will come back. So hopefully, what do you think? What's your sense?
Yeah, so first of all, I think I thought that one man was just too powerful. It was literally controlling the state of that market, and it was kind of worrisome for me because it just means that it was not. The stock market still changes when things happen, but they're real events. It's not except if it's the president of the US tweeting stuff. Yeah, we still know that can move things. But as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as a capitalist, you shouldn't have that much effect on a market like that. So the fact that has sort of stabilized is good. It means that this is getting to the level of the stock market, and as an investment, people can look at this and not have the fear of serious volatility. Can I wake up one day and my assets is gone? So I think from that perspective, that's great. I support your assertion around payment is going digital. There's no stopping it. We can try, the CBN and everyone can try for now. Because of a lack of understanding, we can try to slow it down. But what I would advise everyone who is in the space to start doing is to start developing their understanding of these digital currencies and what we can do to fully bring it to market. I had a conversation with a company based in the US. I think it was last year. It's called BitPay. They're a merchant service company, and they do digital currency strictly. So they would come to a merchant and integrate their digital payment gateway, right? And that's all they do. But what was fascinating about it was they were telling me about the volume of activities and transactions that they were processing from Nigeria. And this was about 18 months ago. There was a lot of activities around here. So there are a lot of forward-thinking people who are here, entrepreneurs, who are already adopting this, but the CBN regulation recently set everything back and we have to rebuild from scratch. And as we're rebuilding, I think everyone who is connected to the ecosystem should be thinking about how do I begin to transition. So it's good to be able to move people. I like what you said about the announcement. That's what we focus on as well. How do you create digital products that help people to move from brick and mortar, or at the very least combine brick and mortar to online channels and be able to sort of match the two together. But I think where that is going, the next level is how can they start using digital currencies to be able to trade, and what does adoption look like in the general population. So that's my thinking. I think it's a good direction to be going into. But I think definitely from a regulatory standpoint, there needs to be a lot of people learning and trying to catch up with what is going on, so that we can all figure this out together.
Exactly, and I think you're right on point. And I think we'll get there. It may take a little longer, but I think we'll get there. There's just the train's left the station, right? Like, China is going, is going to be expanding its digital R&B project. The US is already working on it. So I think, the train's left the station. Companies like, central bank has to move.
So, but what do you think is the danger to the current traditional mode of doing digital payment and digital transaction?
Question, and let's be really clear also on what we're saying on one thing, right? And I hope general public gets this. I don't think any country is going to allow for something else other than their own currency to be the legal tender in their country. So, and that's not what we're asking the central bank to do, right? So the same way US dollars is not legal tender in Nigeria. Right? Technically, it's illegal to price anything in US dollars in Nigeria and force people to pay in US dollars. The only legal tender in Nigeria is Naira. Yeah. So I think the digital Naira would be the legal tender. But you and I can trade US dollars. That's not illegal. The government should not stop me from doing that. I can bank my US dollars in Zenith Bank. That's not illegal, right? So that should be fine. And the reason why the central bank is fine with that is because they see the flows, and because it comes into the flows on our foreign reserves and all of that, right? And the way the traditional system works. So what we need to do is make sure that digital currencies come through a similar visibility, because really what they're trying to do is understand the money supply in the economy, right? And manage foreign reserves. So fine, you can work that out. The US government has worked it out. Other countries have worked it out. It can be worked out.
Now we take a short break for highlights from this week in tech. This is Tech Roundup Weekly. Enjoy. As always, we'll love to hear your comments and feedback, so please connect with me on LinkedIn and on Twitter at Wole Farrow. And please remember to subscribe to the Tech Roundup YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Also, please like us on Facebook and on Instagram and be part of our ever-vibrant tech community where we share Tech Roundup daily. Have a great week, guys. Until next week, good night.